everyone, Scientist Sam here, and I've just arrived on the east coast of Canada, specifically here in New Brunswick. Today I thought I'd start off our series of videos here in New Brunswick with a video about some species you can find here on the beach. What's up with that? Common periwinkle is found across the shoreline. They are gastropods and have globular, grayish-brownish shell. They use their very rough tongues to scrape algae off of seaweed and rocks. This little one here is still alive. This species is a herbivore and mostly eats microalgae, but it can also consume thin types of seaweed, such as sea lettuce, which we'll talk about later. Acorn barnacles. Acorn barnacles are found throughout the intertidal zone. This species has retractable shells. They are arthropods and only a few millimeters high. Because of this, they are very tolerant to all different environmental changes.
European green crab.
This one here is the European green crab, and unfortunately it's quite invasive and it can damage the local species, so the DFO is working to remove this species. These guys have pretty serious pincers, so be careful if you ever encounter one. Here I found a very tiny invasive green crab. If you look closely, you can see him right there. He's just a little baby. You can see here on his face, he has only 5 spikes between his eye and the widest part of his body. That means that he's the invasive variety. This species is called knotted rack, and it's everywhere, all around me. This species here is a very common species in intertidal zones. This species is olive green in color and has these sort of bladders that are full of air and a squishy substance in order to allow it to float upright in the water. It also allows it to perform better gas exchange during photosynthesis. Sea lettuce. Sea lettuce is vibrant green and sheet-like or lettuce-like. Next up, the soft-shelled clam. The soft-shelled clam is a white, chalky clam that is covered in elliptical markings. These markings denote the age of the clam. Much like trees, they grow extra rings as they get older. This here is just half of a clam shell. There would be an identical half on the other side. Up next is the Atlantic rock crab. This important decapod crustacean is endangered by the presence of the European green crabs. They have 10 limbs, including their 2 claws. They are yellowish-brownish to reddish-purple, and the best way to tell them apart from their invasive counterparts is not by color, but by the number of points they have between their eyes and the widest point in their body. On each side, this species has 9 points. This upper part of the shell of the crab is called the carapace. This is a species of amphipod crustacean that is translucent and very tiny. It's quite shrimp-like, but much smaller. This species is of the genus Gammarus. However, I'm not exactly sure what specific species it is. Gammarus is a genus with 200 described species in it. My best guess is that this species is Gammarus oceanicus, which is a species of Gammarus that can swim in salty and ocean waters. Last but not least, although technically not a species that lives on the beach, these are the hoof prints of the white-tailed deer. This is a super common species here in New Brunswick, and they're actually sometimes considered invasive because there's so many of them roaming around. White-tailed deers are named because they have white tails. They are a mammal that frequents the beaches of New Brunswick. Make sure to like and subscribe for more science videos, and remember to stay curious.